Maybe.
Oh my gosh, I got him! Oh my gosh, I got him! Oh.
Good morning, folks, and happy Thursday. I am super irritated because I can't get out of the house on time. I woke up an extra hour early and still am getting out late. And we didn't even pack lunch because we were running late. I don't know. I don't get it. Don't understand why I can't make breakfast, make some coffee, and get out of the house in a reasonable time. Nope. Always 10, 20 minutes late. Damn. I guess let's head to the gym. Let's knock out this lift. And then, if we're late, we are late. That's all I can really say at this point. Let's go ahead and head to the gym to go get stronger today than we were yesterday, and then head to across the state of Georgia to get better today than we were yesterday. Well, we have made it to the gym, and honestly, we really don't have time to go knock out a lift, but I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna knock out this lift anyways because, yeah, I'm not gonna get thrown off my schedule anymore this week. Let's go in here and let's knock out this lift, get as much done as we can in the short amount of time that we have, and then I guess hit the freaking road, folks. Well, we got a lift complete. Definitely not the lift that we wanted, but at least we got some muscle stimulation, and so hopefully we aren't regressing. We were able to get to our routine. Definitely not the lift that we wanted. Not at all. But it's a decent little warm-up for the day. Like I said, we broke a little bit of a sweat. We got the blood a little bit of a flow. We got a little muscle stimulation in. Now let's go get better today than we were yesterday. We may be a little teensy bit late this morning, but at least we got that lift in. At least we didn't have to veer off of our routine. At least we were able to get back to our routine. So was not the lift that I wanted, though. Not at all. If I'm not like half dead when I walk out of the gym, I do not think that was an adequate lift. But like I said, at least we won't regress. At least the progress we have made won't be reverted because we didn't make it. We made it. We moved some kind of weight, and now it's just to go get better today than we were yesterday. Well, this just freaking sucks. We will make it today. We will make it today. We will make it today. Maybe. Alrighty, well, traffic finally cleared up, but it sent me a completely different way than I've ever been, and I keep missing freaking turns, and yeah, I'm probably not gonna make it until 12, and practice will pretty much already be over. Ah, folks, wish me luck. Well, I said I got away from the traffic. I lied. I found it again. Alrighty, we have finally made it to the gym. Late as hell. Like, literally late as hell. Kind of embarrassed to even walk in here right now. Kind of don't want to walk in here. But we will bite our pride and bite our ego and head on in here to get better today than we were yesterday, and I will just take all the shit talking that awaits me. 'Cause I know something is coming, and I just kind of feel like shit for showing up so late. Like, no one wants to be that asshole. Let's get in here, let's get better today than we were yesterday, even though today is testing me. Well, practice did not go nearly as bad as I thought it would. Definitely being as irritated as I was, discombobulated as I was walking in. Plus, I was able to slide right through the door without anyone even noticing me because they had already started drilling. So I was able to just like kind of slide through and no one saw me. And then they go, "Hey, when'd you get here?" I was like, I've been here the whole time. Been here the whole time. So I guess it wasn't a great day of training, but it was a day of training. I feel better now that I was able to get some training in. We were still able to drill for a little bit. I didn't see the minute details that we were going over, but I mean, I got the concept, so that's all that really matters. But we have a meeting that we have to attend here in about 30 minutes. Luckily, it's a Zoom meeting, so not that big of a deal. And then we got to run to a buddy's house because I told him I would swing on by his place after practice today. So let's go find us something to grub on and get on to this meeting and then get to the homie's place. But I think today is a perfect example of how combat sports, martial arts, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, grappling, boxing, Thai, it's all just a mental game. And it also can improve the mental state. Because I think we could have had a much better outcome, a much better practice if we wouldn't have been so frustrated walking in. But I also don't think we would not be back to baseline if we wouldn't have went in. Does that make sense? Because jiu-jitsu kind of like calms the mind, I guess you could say, to a degree. Then when you start getting beat up and you're already irritated, you're like, shit, this sucks. But when you can push back past that part of, oh, I'm getting screwed up, let's just work on how to get out of this, blah, 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 this and that and this. Or if you're winning the round, like I was winning a round today, and my brain just kind of silented, and I was able to have a good round. And then after the round, all the worries, all the irritations, all the frustrations, they kind of rid away, if you know what I mean. So gotta love combat sports, folks. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. But I'm kind of hungry now. I wasn't really hungry when I left practice when I first walked outside, but now that we were driving down the road, I'm a little hungry. So let's find us some grub. Well, I couldn't decide what for lunch, and now we only have like 15 minutes before we have to be on for this meeting. So I guess a quick Subway sandwich it is, folks. Nothing else can be slammed as quick and then hop on a meeting right after. So let's get in here, let's eat, and let's get on this meeting. The Sammy hit the spot, and the meeting for the car show went swell. After a few days after our last meeting, we get news that the car show could be in jeopardy. Well, good news, it's not in jeopardy anymore. Everything is fine and dandy, and the car show is still happening. We are just in a little bit of a pickle. How do we get more businesses involved? Like, one more food truck would be cool, but how do we get more businesses involved? Because that's a tricky one, folks. How to make the businesses feel as if they're getting a value. It's a tricky one, folks. Tricky one, that's all I can really say. But let's head to the homie spot. Let's lend him a hand, and then let's get back across town to get better today than we were yesterday. Alrighty, we have made it to the homie spot, and hopefully with enough time to lend him. I hope this is the right house. I forgot. Let me pull down. Yeah, it's right. I'm pretty positive it's the right spot. Anyways, hopefully with enough time to lend him a hand and be able to make it to practice to get better today than we were yesterday. Definitely considering we're out in practice land. We're out in that side of town, you know what I mean? So we should have enough time to run in here, help him out, and then be able to run back to practice. So wish me luck, folks. Good news, folks. We had enough time to help the homie out. But per usual, we are getting out of here. later than I expected, and he's on a big hill, so my tires just slid and I didn't mean him to. So I hope I don't get a text from him like, bro, what the hell, why are you skirting out of my driveway? Bro, I didn't mean to. My tires slipped, I swear. That was embarrassing. It's embarrassing as hell. But yeah, getting out of here later than I wanted to, because I was yapping. We were yapping. So yeah, let's get to the gym. Let's go get better today than we were yesterday, folks. Well, later than we would have liked, but we are not that terribly late. Let's run in here and let's get better today than we were yesterday, folks. Well, we might have gotten here a teensy bit late today. I can assure you we got plenty of work in. Tonight is gonna be one of those nights where like I got my hand on the steering wheel and like I'm like shaking the whole way home. That's what kind of night it's probably gonna be. I can feel it right now, deep in my soul, deep in my bones. But folks, let's get our butts home so that we can grub down and we can eat. Oh wait, that's the same thing. My bad. See, my brain is absolutely zapped. I really didn't think we'd be able to make it a beneficial practice with not getting her nap in today, but we made it a pretty beneficial practice, a pretty good practice, a pretty progressive practice. But let's get our butts home so that we can shower, we can eat, because Coach had me freaking leaking today. I was like, one more push-up, one more squat, one more jab, one more kick, and I might have cried. But yeah, let's get home. The homie said he's not gonna be getting on hell divers today, so we won't be able to do our part of gaining diplomacy, you know? We won't be able to do our part of taking over the universe, protecting Super Earth. But some of y'all asked last night if we had tried skate. So, I think I'm going to try to convince JB to download skate, and we get home and we download some skate and we play some skate for a little bit tonight, but we will see. So, let's get our butts home so that we can shower up, grub down, and see what game we decide to hop onto. And we have made it home, and I can't lie to y'all, I'm freaking like nauseously hungry, goodness gracious. But that was a pretty good ending to a frustrated start to our day, is I guess what you could call it. From not being able to make it anywhere on time and waking up earlier, like an hour earlier than what we usually do, and still leaving late. I was so irritated this morning. And then I get on the road and traffic is just a catastrophe. And then I'm like freaking making the wrong turns everywhere we went. But luckily we did go to practice, because we had a fairly decent practice. And you know, like, martial arts are one of those cool things, because you either go in and you're in a shitty mood and you have like the worst day of your life. It's almost a very humbling experience. Or you go in and you're in a shitty mood and, well, it makes your mood better, because you get into what they call the flow state, where nothing really matters other than what is going on right in front of you. And that is, it's pretty much, I got a little bit of both today, but luckily the last few rounds were more of the flow state. It took me a little bit to get into it, but once we were into it, it was nice and breezy. And then we got to go and hang out with a homie until practice time, and then practice time came, and while Coach may have tried to kill us, we left with a smile. That's all that really matters. Sometimes we forget how easy life really is, and that we are the ones who make it difficult. Like, there's no need for me to get frustrated that I'm running late. It is what it is. Everyone knows that I'm coming from an hour plus away. They don't care. It's literally just me who is irritated by me being so late. No one else says anything. Just me. Just me. I'm the only one who gets irritated by it. So, at the end of the day, we gotta remember, life is easy. We're the ones who make it hard. But let's get inside and let's shower, because I literally hate making this ride home without taking a shower first, because I feel disgusting. And I'm nauseous as hell and want to eat food. Well, I'm out of water, and I've been out of water since like the middle of practice, so we are quite parched. So let me get my butt inside, let's shower up, and let's call it a night. see how long it takes us to get some food cleaned up, everything we got to do tonight, and maybe we can hop on some games. Maybe. Most likely. We're probably going to hop on the games. I don't know what we're going to play, but we're going to hop on something. So I hope to see y'all there. Good night, folks, and BillyGoat freaking loves you.